Good afternoon, guys. It's me, Koleyoshi here, and welcome back to my 100% playthrough of Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition for Nintendo Switch. We left off in the adventure map doing stuff, however, things are going to be done a little bit differently today. This time, we're not going to focus on going at the boss after all. Remember that thing I kind of told you? Well, I kind of lied. I actually have a completely separate plan, and that is to clear every single map at least once while getting all items along with that. And only after I do that will I then head to the top and defeat the Demon King. And I'm going to do this in linear order, as close to linear as I possibly can. So we're going to actually start with this area first. So we're basically going to go through here and go through each mission up to the right, until eventually we are left with the Demon King one. In the last video, we finished off getting every single weapon we can from the main game, but we didn't actually unlock a lot of stuff, so we will still have to do other stuff. The way I'm going to do this is basically I'm going to try now to get all A ranks on every single map, and also collect the other stuff along with it. And I'm going to do that before I go for the Skulltulas. So anyways, we have a challenge quiz with Lana. We have to defeat the Solid Wheel. That's pretty easy. That's a Dark Nut easily. Cannot really get a critical attack on him. A lot of these later characters already have their rank 3 of their weak point breaker, and I know Lana is one of those, so as you can see, that weak point gauge didn't even stand a chance. That is one big effect of actually getting that down, which really helps out a lot. Okay, just like before, we have to answer all of these correct. Defeat the Axe Wielder. Well, you already wield a sword, so by default it has to be this one, probably. That's what I think. It's not easy. This one is not as easy as the other ones. Because potentially, well, in addition to the other characters getting in the way, there's lots of other stuff. Okay, we got the correct enemy defeated. I'm gonna try and clear some other stuff here. Darn it, I didn't get any rupees. I'm trying to get rupees from these chests because I'm reminded that I have to do other stuff. Now, it doesn't really matter how long I take. Each of these automatically have a 15-minute time goal to beat. And 15 minutes is no problem whatsoever. Oh, darn it, they're only power-ups. That's not fun. Okay, Spear Wielder is Moblin. That is Bomb. Okay, we actually got his crit attack. The crit attack is a lot easier to get when you have the bigger version of that power-up. I haven't really shown it off much too, but when you open these jars, sometimes you can get a power-up, and if you use a power-up while it's active, it essentially acts as a secondary effect. So if bombs normally only hit a very small range, this hits a much bigger range around everything, which makes it a lot easier. I know in the last mission we did try and do a bunch of stuff, which we were able to successfully do, and also you kind of notice that there's a lot of our stuff that has been done. Might have noticed my item count is a bit higher than usual. I got really tired of laying out items, so I kind of just farmed everything I needed. So I should hopefully be able to deal with anything they throw at me. If anything else comes, I'll probably just buy it from there. And that's what I'm hoping. I also bought a lot of other stuff and other things. But anyways, yeah, I'm trying to get every single different mission completed. So that's what we're going for. Now we can finally get a candle again. This is in the beginning area, so they still only a lot. Well, you acquire candles. If I use a warrior fire, limited to Linkle. Speaking of which, I need to check what square this is. I believe this is G something. G6, actually. This is one of the harder areas, but it's not really that much harder. Okay, there's only one treasure in here, which is pretty quick at, and that is a fairy treasure located in the South Field Keep. You know what? I'm getting tired of not doing this. Let's, whoa. Why did I go straight to Skull Kid there? That was kind of weird. Anyways, we're gonna fuse this one to make it better. And our first source weapon is gonna be, the one with experience. The second, the one we already got was rupees, so I guess I'll just do that. It's just so I could use a slightly, stronger weapon. Smithy is very useful in general, I think, for stuff like that. That allows us to not only get more rupees, but get more experience, and... Okay, this is not one of those missions, so I think I'm just gonna do stuff normally. If I start going into some of the regular missions, I'll do other stuff later. And I may as well try and level up my individual fire fairy, I guess. We'll see, though. It depends. Now, it'll probably be a while before I really unlock access to gratitude crystals. Okay, it looks like we are in Hyrule Field again. Okay, that's actually pretty straightforward. So, it didn't really tell us that we have to capture all the keeps, but I naturally went for one anyway. Okay, I'm gonna kill this captain real quick. Yes, I'm nicknaming all of these monsters captains, even though that's clearly a big Poe. Because, well, they deal more damage than our opponents, are the only two enemies that can truly take care of keeps, so you want to take care of them first if you can. Plus, they drop a lot of materials often. Sometimes even the weakling captains can do stuff too, but... Yeah, I'm just taking out all the captains here. Okay. We don't actually need to take all these keeps, I just prefer to do it. Now, because this is one of the easier levels, there's not as many, stuff here. This is a very early mission, so this is a lot weaker than other missions. In the 3DS version, this and a couple of others can only be unlocked after finishing the 4th level in adventure mode. Okay, we don't need to do any pots, thankfully, in this one, which is good. And yes, I definitely, if you are doing this run normally, I definitely recommend unlocking at least a single My Fairy companion as soon as possible. Because if you don't, it makes stuff a little bit bad. Okay, we're actually right next to the keep where we have to take. I'm just checking. Well, more Elizabeths have appeared on the battlefield. Azulfals, whatever their names are. And they are going straight for our ace. We're gonna do that. I think I don't really need to stop their assault. There's a lot of troops spawning here that I could kill, that I could just do all that, and that's easy enough. Okay, let's now deal with the assault, and that should more than give us enough KOs for stuff. Again, remember, after I did do a lot of research on this, and from what I found out, the only enemies that can truly damage you are the big main playable character captains and the main captains, like these Resolvals guys. If they are in the keep for too long, that's when you'll actually lose the keep, even if there is one of them. And how fast it goes depends on how many there are. So obviously if they have more morale, they will take it even faster. Of course, that could be reduced if you have any other playable characters defeat them, but that essentially means if you really want to protect all of your captains, then you have to defeat the enemy captains too, basically. So, yes, anybody who wants to protect the ally base easier, definitely make sure those captains are killed first. They are what do the most damage to those keeps in particular. Probably shouldn't be taking out these helpful captains, but at least I could take them out kind of quickly. I could just do that. Alright, now we defeat the commander, which since this is one of the weaker missions, this is just a stronger version from Captain we've already faced before multiple times. In this case, the Big Poe. Now it has a defensive boost, so it has slightly more health than a regular Big Poe does, but it can still be taken out just like anything. It's not even attacking me. I like that attack when you could just cause it to deflate like that. That's just really cool. That's a cool way of taking him out. Okay, looks like they're going straight to the next one. Now, once you get one of each food, you don't have to worry about it for a while. But another thing I recommend is if you are going for the My Fairy drop to 100% or whatever. Another thing is to make sure you get at least one of each kind of food as well. Because until you get that, you don't even get any as drops. But yeah, that's about it. In case you're wondering what my new route is, I'm basically ignoring everything and instead focusing single-handedly on the maps that we have not A-ranked, nor have we gotten all of the items on there. And we'll slowly do those one by one so we can keep going through the main part of the game. That's a 5,000 KO challenge. I wonder what the power of exorcism even means. If someone knows about that, please tell me in the comments. That would help out a ton. Okay, this is the next one. Oh. Part of the reason why I skipped some of these is because, well, one, they require a slightly harder character to do most of the time, and two, it's not the best. And there's also ones like this, where we have to do it twice, because there's a piece of heart for one character, regular heart for another character. I keep doing this. What am I doing? I'm supposed to search first. Silly. That's another burn tile. I can never quite figure out which one you have to burn. Because when there's multiple on there, it could be almost any one of them, even though it's basically the same every time. Alright. Moblin Forces time. The game wants us to use oh! It is a double mission! You know what this means? We actually get to use Tingle and Toon Link together. It'll still be forced, but at least we can do it at one try. That'll save us a bit of time, and since this is an easier mission, we only need to kill 1,000 bullets. But anyways, Tingle will make his first appearance in the walkthrough. Let's get him some stuff while we're here. Starting with that third upgrade slot. Let's see what else he can get. Let's get this while we're here. And can't get anything else. we'll go ahead and apothecary something else. Yeah, remember this? We're gonna do this again. I really like this buff. So we're gonna do another Rupee Festival, so we can get a lot of stuff, and we'll go ahead and train him up as well. You know what? Let's skip the grind with him. I'm trying to get every single character to at least 50. I think 51, just for the extra heart. So, actually, I don't even need that. I might be able to just get it naturally from the battle. So, I'm gonna take him to level 50 so he doesn't fail epically. We're gonna use his strongest weapon, which is this one. And then we use Toon Link again. Thankfully, Toon Link's already been upgraded quite a bit, so he'll probably do a lot of work. He's definitely a good character, so both of them should do pretty well here. In case you're wondering what we have to do, Piece of Heart for Toon Link is located in the South Square, which is at the bottom of the map. Then we can get another item in the Northern Square, the north part of the map, and the Western Tree, which is a pot. Anybody can get that. And we start in kind of the middle, into the middle right. And Tingle's one doesn't matter. The only one that matters is Toon Link has to capture South Square. Okay, let's begin immediately by sending Toon Link to wherever the South Square is. And it looks like we're gonna have to deal with the bomb chews again. The thing I like about Tingle is the way he moves at the beginning is really cute. Alright, this is Western Tree. Okay, I have to break the pots in here. I'll just go ahead and get this out of the way. There's our food. Alright. Again, because it's an easier mission, it doesn't really take that long. Now we have Rupee Festival, we can get a lot more rupees from the battle. Which will definitely make this a lot easier. Okay, that takes care of 2 of the items. Now we just need the one from North Square and we'll be good. And I'll probably let Tingle get that one so we can see his winning animation as well. We'll go ahead and command you to go there. And swap to Tingle to take out this bomb chew real quick. Alright. That gets us a chest, but it's not necessarily the one we want. Okay, we defended the Allied keeps. Now we don't have to worry about that anymore. Now we take out the commander, and now some forces will try to advance towards the Allied base. And sure enough, there it goes. And now our own forces are advancing towards the Encarces. Oh, is this the injured captain again? I don't know. This keep would make a fortification home from Taydal. That's cool. So that's how he says wherever he takes a keep. Don't steal it, he says. Don't steal his keep. Alright. Goodness, look at... He barely got that chest open. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna command you to go here, and I'm gonna have Toon Link go back and defend. Okay, we can probably just control him for the rest of the mission. Oh, here's a moblin. Let's kill him. Alright, let's take out the... Let's see what forces are attacking our bases and try and take care of them now, shall we? I'm pretty sure I commanded you to go there, but Tingo's kind of stuck doing other stuff. We're gonna try again. Even better, maybe this spot will be better. Okay, he turned around immediately after I did that. That helps out a lot. Looks like our forces are actually handling it all up here. As for the other stuff, I probably can't say the same. I think these low Aptons were doing all the work here. I can tell if Ace is falling, by the way, if Moblin is one of the enemies there, because Moblins would push back the forces a lot, and there are some that are going to the base anyway. I like when we can actually use two characters, by the way. That makes it a little bit easier. That was a lot of KOs just from one special. Let's do it again. Okay, that takes care of that problem. And also gets us our KO. I no longer need to do anything else. Let's use Tingo to quickly go through. Hopefully Yanlink will defend the base a bit. This is definitely a good character in his own way. In fact, if he uses special properly, it's possible for him to literally jump from one spot to a higher spot. That's not... Normally, characters aren't supposed to do that, but you can use that to get items like Piece of Hearts and Heart Containers in places where you would normally need the hook shot to get up there, normally. Okay, now we have to take out the commander, which is just another Moblin. Okay. Okay. Every time we break a person's 8 point. He just blows them up with bombs. Probably should have used our special, but oh well. Okay. There's our heart container for Tingle. Don't have to deal with that anymore. I'm gonna go into the square directly next to it so I can just do that. Actually, it's not even a... It's not one of those hour missions where you have to find treasure, so we could just go through. That is a really cute video animation. I like that. And yes, we've definitely not seen his video animation, so we definitely have to show that off at least once during the playthrough. Alright, now this one, which requires a search. This is another one where it could be a bit tricky. Alright. We're starting to run out of these already. Good thing we have a lot. Okay, this one is Lana only. We have to defeat 400 enemies in time, but the game allows us to use another trick, so you know what we're using? Just kidding, we're not using Link. We're using Young Link instead. Nice. But yeah, pretty cool. Alright. Okay. We have a boss as well. Okay. Alright. That's a cool attack when you can just cancel all your animations and then quickly explode the cube that you're trying to create. Alright. I don't have to kill anything else, so I'm just gonna kill the guys up here and then run up to this area. I keep on locking onto that was awful instead of what I want to do. Okay. Okay. Done. Alright. Okay, we got another heart container. We already saw this animation in this video, no reason to show it again. Alright, that takes care of that mission. There's a couple more green missions over here, so we'll take these on next. And I guess kind of go up from there. So we'll go to this one, which is Rescue the Allied Forces. This is another one I initially skipped. Because apparently we need Twilight Minda for this. Which is why. Well, now we have Twilight Minda, so now we can go through it. Alright. This also has some Skulltulas, so we can get that while we're here. Time to rescue the Allied Forces with Riddle and then Twilight Minda a second time. I'm gonna use Twilight Minda and then Riddle. Hopefully that works out. If not, I could always get the other stuff later. Oh, this one has a lot lighter of a damage limit, unfortunately. I just realized. The limit on this one is only taking 99 damage, which is a bit obnoxious, actually. So we have to rescue the Allied forces again. Meanwhile, while we're doing that, we have to kill other stuff. If we know what we're doing, we shouldn't really die here, nor ruse the problem thing. Okay. Looks like we're going this way. Down and up. Oh, only one is stranded to begin with. Oh, Lois Soga's here. Time to take him out. Alright. That takes care of Volga, so we don't have to deal with him. There goes that healer. So these are the actual stranded ones. Okay. Okay, now we have to kill this other opponent, and then we will be done with this. Thankfully, it's really quick after we get this part done. The real problem is doing this same mission, but with Rudo. It'll be a bit annoying. Thankfully, we only have to save Link, so it's not that bad. It's just gonna be a bit annoying having to do this with a silver character. Alright. So Link has been saved. This is a classic save. Link kind of just gets trapped, and now... This will be quite interesting. So we KO 1,000 opponents. Not only do we get the Golden Skulltula to spawn, but we also get other stuff to spawn as well. So yeah, get to do that. And now the Skulltula should appear. Oh, it's right in the area where I want to. Don't even have to look at it. It's right by me. And yes, the first time I looked at the gold, the A rank goal for this is actually a lot scarier than I thought for damage version. There's a lot of stuff that you have to deal with. Thankfully, the actual damage goal itself is a lot easier than the Wii U version, which has like a 4,000 damage requirement, but you get more damage overall whenever you take damage. I think it's mostly based off of how much damage you take and what time you take it. So if you're too weak, you'll straight up fail it, which is not fun. Or you'd straight up have to dodge a lot, which is a bit annoying. And we get a classic battle here versus the beast himself that was here before, Wizro. With his classic laugh as well. His dodge leaves him kind of vulnerable, so it's not easy to get a weak point break with Twilight Midna here. Goodness, we like yeeted him out of the base completely. Let's finish off with this. There he goes. Dead. That's a dead Wizro. Okay. Well, now we don't have to deal with the A rank stuff anymore. Yes, I did check and we definitely got this. It's good that I can shed some relief by knowing that we've gotten the A rank for this. So now it doesn't matter how much damage we take with the hours, we just have to finish the mission while also doing other stuff. Well, actually, I technically still have to do it, but it's a bit more interesting. It's, I have to AO 100 enemies, 150 enemies with special attacks to this next one without losing 40% health in this version of the game. Which is good because in the original, it's 4+ hearts, which is way harder. It's actually much more brutal, if you ask me. Okay, we have to do this again, but with only Rudo this time. We'll take the same route as before. I think the route we took before really worked out well in terms of safety. Since again, we have to do this with no healing I know of. Alright. I like how the easier missions don't require you to kill a lot of enemies. They only require you to kill 1,000. It's actually lesser, too, because in the 3DS version of this game and or Wii U, you have to get a lot more KOs. Okay, so now as Rudo, we have to also capture the Crystal Cave Keep in addition to the other stuff, so we basically have to follow the same killing route as we did before, except now we can't lose more than 40% of our health, and we have to do damage with special attacks. Fortunately, there's not really a bad way to do damage with special attacks right away, so we have to start by first getting our bar filled up enough. There's quite a few different ways we can get it filled up. One way is if we level up, we'll actually instantly get it refilled. I'm feeding this captain, by the way, so he doesn't get too strong later. There we go. Make sure we save the ferry properly. And change to that while we're at it. Alright. There we go. Nearly 50 KOs on our first attack. This is one where we might have to break out at a couple of jars to make sure we get the go. Okay, that was a good one as well. I keep thinking that I didn't KO a lot. And yes, in case you didn't know, I mentioned that in this version you have to do this thing without losing a set bit of health. But in this version of the game, the Switch version, it's only 40% of your health, which is way more doable than 4+ hearts in my opinion. I feel like the only reason why they did it the other way around... Okay. Alright, so we took out Voga Smoga, and now we can have to save Link here again. Gotta make sure that we do our stuff. There goes the healers again. Oh, that was a big KO. 73 at once there. That was a good special. Okay, this is not the one where I have to KO 1,000 enemies, but I still want to make sure I do that. I think I'll use some more special once I do other stuff. So we saved the stranded ally forces and we still easily got 150 KOs. Now the Skulltulas should spawn after all this bullcrap things are dealt with. Keep in mind the golden Skulltula won't always spawn right away. If there's any text boxes that appear, they have to clear out before it'll actually spawn. In fact, it's like one of the lowest priority things on the list. Which is why if you do get a Skulltula to spawn a bit sooner, that's always really nice. So we don't have to deal with that. But anyways, this is an easier mission, so it should be just fine. We'll go straight for the boss after this. Also, I just realized there's special pose enemies in, so it's much easier to do this version of the special attack one with Hyrule than it is other characters. Of course, Link can also do it pretty easily, it's just that seems to have the better range. So yeah. Okay, that deals with that piece of heart that we had to get, which is the only reason why we had to play Hyrule in the first place. Okay. Yeah, I don't care. I actually took out one of them in the hour keep, so that's fine. Already saw your intro, we're gonna sip it. Oh, I hate how he kind of like locks onto you when he uses his laser beam attack. That's part of what makes him so cheap. Is you think, oh, I could just dodge around. Nope, he tries to trick you. Okay, getting some really good weak point breaks on him, which is doing a lot of damage. Hey. Okay, that didn't do as much damage as the weak point break did. Alright. We've not gotten any good materials from Wizrow. I know Impa needs a lot of materials from Wizrow, and we are not getting a lot of them. At least we could do this mission again if we really want the materials. Alright. Alright. Let's keep going. The next intro mission is just to the right of it, which is pretty straightforward, and it's just to defeat all enemies, which is fine, we can easily do that. We have to use Sheik here, one of our weird characters, but this is our easier mission, so he'll be perfectly fine here. And I guess we'll kind of just go up after that. I'm doing these by kind of square order, which means, whatever score they're on or whatever, I'm trying to do them in least difficult first. This is a weaker version, so I'm not sure if we will get a, what's his name, imprisoned to fight. Probably not, especially since it was pretty quick. Okay. There's also not a lot of enemies to defeat. That makes it a lot easier. Well, at least we got that off. So that's what I tried to show you before. So that's the thing I tried to show you before on how C could do a lot of damage. If you use the fire attack and enemies get caught in it, you can really destroy them really quickly. It's really good for breaking weak points on bosses and lots of things. Okay. The problem is if they interrupt even the lightest bit, they will get Okay, there we go. That only hit one of them, but that's still pretty cool to do. Alright. Completely smoked those enemies. Didn't even give them a chance here. Now for our next missions, we'll be going back to the Ocarina of Time missions again. Okay. And yes, I'm not as rushed as I did before because I completely forgot before I could really do much. I have to get all the other items first anyway, so I'll be doing them based off of our specific items to get first, and then beyond that, there's not a lot else I have to do. Okay, I'm gonna go the way I wanted to go initially, which is up here, and it has a search. Don't have the activation for the search, so we're gonna buy 3 compasses and then immediately use one, which will spawn another bush to burn. There's been quite a few of these already. Okay, now we have to defeat the Warriors of Time as Zelda, which is actually pretty straightforward now I think of it. I forget which one this is. Well, the one I just cleared was here, so that means this would be L5. Yeah, okay, here it is. This is the one I wanted to do. Alright, let's do this. And go into this. Oh, we don't have to fully use Zelda, which is nice, so you know what? Just like I did before, I'm gonna put Linky Boy with Zelda. So Zelda and Link will be working together in this one. But we still have to get our piece of heart for Zelda as well. The only items are in Lakeside Keep. Zelda has to capture that to attain a piece of heart. And Temple Face Keep will give us another item. And we start kind of in the middle. And oh boy, it looks like we're dealing with bomb tubes. I've gotten so used to dealing with these things that we've just had to do other stuff. Because this is an easier mission, I'm not too worried about what we have to do. Okay, Link, you're gonna go up here. Oh wow, that one changed direction midway through, which is kind of weird. Oh, we're facing off Gorons this time. Well, I guess that makes sense. We had to face them partially during the Water Temple battles. And, well, I guess mainly the one tower battles or whatever. Okay. What I like about these bomb tubes is they don't immediately explode, so they give you plenty of time to come here. And another part of the reason of the time limit is, keep in mind, not everybody comes here with the right level. Some of them come under-leveled, and if so, they need to appropriately balanced to help so that you could still take them out. Okay. Oh, there's one going for our base, which is over here. But that's fine. Zelda, you're gonna go up to there, actually. And Link's gonna go and take out these keeps. We also have a Rudo to face as well. No animation for her. Sometimes the captains do play an introduction theme before you face them. This time she did not. Oh goodness, that move is so busted. Just hit enemies for like 5 feet across the map almost. Okay, Zelda, this lane's getting close. Let's kill that. We'll probably do the rest of this issue with Zelda once we're done. We'll use Link to take out these error keeps. A-rank KOs is just 1200, which is straightforward enough. Oh, there's another rank as well, apparently. Impas are advancing towards the ally base. That's not good. We have to take out those Impas. Okay, second thought, I might have to use Link to help out a little bit. Link's not done quite yet. He's gonna do a little bit more. Okay, he captured all of our heaps in the area right next to us. Now we have to defeat these Impas real quick. Here's an Impa. Let's take him out. Alright. It's actually a she, whatever. Okay, Impa should be gone right here. Now let's try and find the other one. That does a lot of damage to him. Did not get that in time, but whatever. It's fine. I like this combo. Alright. This is the main one. Now let's go ahead and take care of the main ones we need to take out. Lakeside Keep and Temple Face Keep, which are both near here, funnily enough. And that charge ability basically just gives her meter back so that her attacks become more stronger. And yes, in case you didn't know what that did, when you have full light bars, then Zelda may use some of those bars to make her special attacks slightly stronger and also different. most of which involve summoning light arrows or even summoning the Triforce for no reason whatsoever. Like this. That's probably our coolest attack, just being able to summon the Triforce. Like that. Okay, that takes care of the other item. There is a slightly lower damage cap for this, but it's only it's 140i, which is still not too bad. Again, these missions are intended to be a bit on the easier side, so they won't be as bad as the missions we've been doing before this. And we get to face our big boy Darunia as our final boss. Because why not? He's the true leader of the Gorons after all. Okay. Oh, I didn't know you could turn the camera while you're in these battles. I wonder why it looks so awkward sometimes. Okay. By the way, in the original version, I just looked at something. You can't even play the stage if you don't have Zelda unlocked. Because in that game, she doesn't unlock by default. In this version, of course, she unlocks by default, as with multiple of the other characters do. I like how they kind of nerfed that quite a bit. It helps out a lot because, again, you can get all of them early levels right off the bat, and that helps out a lot in some of the later challenges. But in the original Wii U version, you had to unlock her. Okay. Well, that's enough for today, unfortunately, guys. We like if you guys enjoyed, comment, rate, subscribe, though. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!